it's really weird how that keeps doing that. So yeah, but this is so you ready? We're gonna talk about. I'm so excited about football, man. I know it's like pre-summer, but
I mean, we can talk about it for sure.
Yeah.
Briefly talk about. I mean, because there's not a whole lot to talk about with baseball. Like, there's this last series.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
fighting for
Yeah.
a potential.
Well, I think we should talk about what do we feel about the season.
It's a success.
So that's So we'll start with that.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Ready? Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we say today, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. And you can always find us on the Facebook, which is the Home Team 512, or the YouTube, which is the Home Team 512. And maybe someday we'll get the prodigal son, Colton, to get us on the Twitter at the Home
You're
Team
making me
512.
pretty busy at work.
Yeah. So, obviously Colton, it's not here. Colton Wyatt is not here this week. I don't know what it was. Doctor said something, I don't know. But he's not. I'm just kidding. And so we have invited our superstar sports commentator, Colton Manella, and I don't say that just because we have the same names. I say that because he's actually pretty smart at this sort of stuff. And you can follow him at CMan11. It's at CMan11.
At CMan11.
On the Twitter, just the Twitter. How does that work?
Some call it just Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
The Bird app.
Yeah, the Bird app. That little blue thing. That's where he's at. CMan11. So, with that, one of the things that we should be talking about, I feel, at this point, is the baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
The season isn't over, but it is. They have one last series before the Big 12 tournament.
Number 6, West Virginia.
Yeah.
So it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one, and they definitely need to win this tournament for their Big 12 seeding, tournament seeding, and to host a regional.
Yep.
Right. So basically, it comes down to beat a team that is beatable.
Yes.
Right. West Virginia's number 6, but they have holes.
Yeah.
Now, whether Texas' strength works well against West Virginia's holes, we won't know until the weekend's over, right? But the question is, would you have thought this?
No. I mean, absolutely not, to be frank. I mean, after what we had last year, it was you have Ivan Melendez, who's statistically the best baseball player hitting-wise, to come through college baseball since, I think, Chris Bryant. And Chris Bryant's had a pretty solid professional career. But, I mean,
But remember,
all the production.
Chris Bryant used jacked up aluminum bats,
Correct.
too.
Yeah. Ivan's using a piece of crap.
Yeah, BB core or whatever it's called. Yeah,
whatever it is.
With the
hitters hit.
But with the baseball that's been slowed down, lots of things have gone. The game has changed negatively for hitting distance. Not hitting, but hitting distance.
Correct.
For college baseball. And he crushed it. But not only that, okay, so what are the 30, 35 kids on a college baseball team? Just depending around. They had 19 new to the University of Texas players. And they had 2 of their 3 assistants new.
Yep.
They got a new hitting fielding coach, and they got a new pitching coach.
Troy Tulowitzki, who, Hall of Fame shortstop from, his professional career. He was our hitting coach last year, and he just kind of stepped away from the game.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it anymore. I think he's got plenty of money.
It's not about. He wasn't even getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. And then we also lost a pitching coach who's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So, but the pitching coach we did get in, what is his name? I cannot remember his name, honestly. I'm putting you on the spot.
Schlosser.
Yeah. But he's got a great reputation, and we've seen it. We've had a great. We talked about it before the year started. We were like, this is going to be a year where we're not going to hit all the home runs that we had last year. We're not going to have the same run production we did last year. It's going to be a pitcher's team, and it has. You've been on the heels of Lucas Gordon, LBJ out there. Now we got Tanner Whitback, and that's another thing is one of our best pitchers has been out 3/4 of the year and is just now getting his second and third starts. It's been a roller coaster. I did not expect this season to go the way it did. It's been a resounding success.
No matter what happens from this point on, it's Woody Williams, by the way.
Woody Williams.
It is, in my opinion, it's been a huge success because to literally revamp your team, and then run through it and be at the point to where you are at your last series and you're fighting to host a regional,
Yep.
not to make the, not
You're
to
in.
make you're to host regional,
Yeah.
which means you're in the top 16. It's pretty impressive. I mean, the pitching coach, because you got to think, no matter what anybody says, we returned one pitcher.
Yeah.
The
Lucas
Friday,
Gordon.
that's it. No one else on the roster
Mm-mm.
had any sort of proven length or depth.
Yep.
And then, I mean, LBJ looks good.
He looks great.
You know,
he does. And I mean, Witt coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, what has he thrown, like an inning or two? I mean, he
Yeah.
hasn't thrown a lot, but he looks good coming back, and he's getting these work.
Mhm.
It's a rehabilitation essentially. You know, in the pros, you go down to
Yeah, you go to
Triple
AAAs,
A,
yeah.
and you get This is his rehabilitation, coming in and throwing the inning and getting used to being back on the mound and all that. And he's looked good.
Yeah.
You know, and to have him back going into the postseason, it's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Like I said, this is I think Coach Pierce gets in a resounding check mark after this year. And you got to
Yeah.
think, three of his first 5 years and 1 year didn't count because nobody went to the playoffs in 2020. He made it to the College World Series. So,
Yeah.
and that team was like number 2 or 3 in the country when they
Yep.
shut it down in 2020. So he could be like 4 or 5 years. Made the College World Series. I mean,
Mhm.
that's about as impressive of a start as you can make.
Yeah, no, he couldn't have asked to come in
Yeah.
and play. Yeah, no,
Yeah, and the
he's
team
the right
wasn't
guy.
the team wasn't that good when he came in. It's not like he picked up the superstars,
And he's also changed the makeup of the
Mhm.
team.
Yeah.
You know, this Augie Ball,
Yeah.
bunt. I still see a guy on first base, no outs. I'm like, you have to bunt.
yeah.
What's going
Yeah.
on? And
Wait,
you're
why
like,
did he swing? Why did he swing, Coach?
So why are we doing a hit and run? What is going on? Bunt him over. So he doesn't have the same philosophy as Augie, but I mean, it still works.
Yeah. No,
He's got great pitching. He's got good hitters. You know, you've got the Peyton Powells. You've got the Gilmets.
Yeah.
You've got Porter. I mean, it's a real. Thank goodness for the transfer portal.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
I mean,
is
that
it? We have
catcher-
4 starters.
Yeah,
that
the
are-
catcher and the third baseman are everyday players are portals.
yeah.
You
The
know.
left fielder, Porter Brown.
Yeah, Porter. Yeah, that's right.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
the whole
It's-
left side, catcher, third, left
Yeah,
fielder.
that whole
yeah.
left side of
Yeah.
our defense is from
Yeah.
the transfer portal. So it
Yeah.
giveth and it taketh away. But I mean,
Yeah, no,
it was a success getting those guys.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and I hope everyone. Sometimes you don't appreciate greatness until it's gone.
Mhm.
And so I hope everyone is appreciating the baseball program because where it's at. Because I mean,
It's in a good spot. It's in good hands.
He's in good hands, and he's doing it right. I mean, he's been here for several years, no issues.
Mhm.
Players are good players, so he's doing everything right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about the future of that. Speaking about excited about the future, I heard that the coach Sark is really excited about the future.
I hear a lot of people are really excited about the future. I mean, you got Urban Meyer, who, I mean, he is who he is. You know who Urban Meyer is. He's got his opinions, all this stuff. He's saying, if you look at the roster, Texas might have the best roster in college football. Which is, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even like hearing it.
Yeah.
I don't even like drinking the burn orange Kool-Aid, but now that it's being forced into my veins,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
kind of have to.
Yeah, it is super exciting to hear stuff like that, and because you got to think his first year here, they go to Arkansas, which was a middle to below average SEC team, and Arkansas physically punished them right up the gut. They just ran the ball and they couldn't stop it. They couldn't do anything
Mhm.
against Arkansas because they couldn't control the line of scrimmage,
Yep.
right?
He didn't have the guys he wanted.
No, he didn't have anybody. You got to remember at the spring game, he couldn't even do the spring game because he couldn't field the first and second team.
He ran a practice.
Yeah, he had to run a spring practice because his line, they have done a great job of recruiting to the biggest needs, which is offensive and defensive line.
Yep.
Right?
That's where it all starts.
Yeah.
I mean, on both sides of the ball, if you have guys breaking through the line on a consistent basis, you're not going to have good running back play.
Yeah.
You're not going to have good quarterback play. Your wide receivers suffer from it, and the same on the defense. It makes the linebackers
Yeah.
look bad when you don't have a good defensive line. And when was the last time we've gotten back-to-back years where we got the number 1 lineman in the state?
Oh,
Almost the best lineman in the country.
yeah. And
You know-
that's been a long time.
Kevin Banks,
Mhm.
or Kelvin Banks,
Kelvin.
and Devin Campbell. I mean,
Yeah.
we're putting together,
Good
and we
class.
have depth.
Yep.
Like you have 5 stars on the 2 deep.
Mhm.
Like that's been a long time since we had something like that. And the quarterback position's in good play. Like everybody wants Malik Murphy right now, right? And everybody wants Arch Manning. I hope Quinn Ewers comes out here and has he's established. Let him come out here, have his really great year.
Yeah.
Go get drafted. Malik Murphy, Arch Manning battle it out for that number 1 spot the next year. That's how it's supposed to work. When your program is healthy, you have a backup who is really, really capable.
Yeah.
Nothing against Hudson Card, but I mean, Malik Murphy looked the part. And at the
It looked
spring game,
really good.
he had the arm. I hadn't seen a ball thrown as hard as he threw it since Cole McCoy.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a cannon, 30 yards across the middle. I can't get over the passes that he's making, but I hope Quinn comes out and has a great year. I hope our running back room, puts it all together. It's going to be a fun year to watch.
It's truly exciting because I do feel that the team matches the hype for the first. They're going 11-1. They're going to win the national championship.
Yeah,
every year.
Yeah, that was during the Charlie Strong years too.
Yeah, but this is the first time that I honestly deep down feel that the team itself is worthy of hype. Now, how much hype and all it doesn't matter, but the team is good. You've got experience. They're bringing back 10 of their 11 starters on offense.
Yeah.
I mean,
the experience is there.
Yes,
and
there's
game
it's quality experience.
Yep.
It's not some kid that you're coaching up. These are good 4- and 5-star kids that are developing. And that was what was nice to me was the beginning of the year and the end of the year. The team was better at the end of the year.
100%.
And I'm talking bowl game because we lost some pretty key people,
you still competed against a Washington team who played everybody and had the second or third best wide receiver in the nation.
A couple of plays go different,
exactly.
and they win that game.
Xavier Worthy doesn't have a broken hand. He probably catches a few more balls in that game.
Exactly, and so that's the nice part about it. But by the end of the year, they were a much better team than they were when they started the year. And it's just been a long time since we've had that kind of coaching and program and stuff like that.
Yeah. Real quick before we get out of here, Rodney Terry.
I like him.
I do too. He's lost a couple of big recruits. Ron Holland.
Yeah.
There's been a couple. But he's picking people up in the transfer portal as he's had to. And I think we'll see where it goes. I think he is the right guy. I really like him. He had a great last season. Picking up for Chris Beard where things went wrong. And he did an admirable job. You have to give him the job.
He deserved the opportunity to fail. Hey, you've been listening to the Home Team. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. If you have any questions about anything we've said, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, and we'll see you next week.
Welcome.